Hey y'all, my name is Mira and I'm putting together a couple short videos for you to do on little breaks throughout the day. I imagine that the work you're doing for many hours every day has you feeling exhausted physically and emotionally, has you in a heightened state in your nervous system, and so these little snippets are here to support you in your efforts to return to your heart throughout the day as best you can. So here we have a little stretch session, very easy, no big deal stretches from the world of yoga, but can be done even on your bed before you get up and leave your home for the day. So here we go. Come lie down on your back. With your spine on the ground and your knees bent, with your feet as wide as your hips, or even wider is fine too. Take your arms out to a T and just start draping your knees from one side to the other. Link your movement with your breath so that you feel a connection. Next time your knees are on the left, stay there. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And then just a little pressure with your ankle, knee forward and down. Take your right arm overhead, left arm overhead, grab your right wrist and pull. Release, come back to center. Take a big breath. Through your mouth, sigh. Knees go to the right. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Arms overhead, and you'll grab the left wrist and pull. You should feel a nice stretch, not just along the side of your body, but even in your belly as you extend through the psoas. Come back to the center and relax. Roll to the side and use your arm to press yourself up to a seat. On your hands and knees. You can of course do this with plenty of layers on, but just so that you can see, take off my sweater. On your hands and knees, I'm just going to sweep the right arm through and underneath, like that. Right shoulder on the ground. And then come up a little and back in. Come up a little and back in more. Take it slow on the breath. Come on up and switch directions. 3, 4, 5 times to each side. Opening the shoulders and just stretching a little bit. Getting more embodied. You can also do this pose with your knees wide in what we call in yoga frog pose. So if you want a little bit of a hip stretch while you're going in the groin, you can do here. Same thing with a little opening through the inner hips. Come on back. Have a seat. If you feel like you need a bit of support underneath your hips, you can grab a blanket or a pillow, fold it up, and sit up on it. Bring your legs into a diamond position, but with your feet slightly separated, like that. Take your left hand behind the back. So like goalpost, flip it, hand behind the back, block yourself, and then take the elbow into the knee. And then just a little open, close, open, close. Find that wall of resistance and just a gentle pressure up against it. If you want a little bit more boundary, grab this ankle. Open, close. A few times, each side. Goalpost, flip it, hand behind, block the elbow. Open, close. Breathe and move. You'll feel some space in the shoulder, thoracic spine, intercostals. If you need more resistance, bind. Opposite hand, ankle. release, come on out. All right, so making what some people call 90-90, right? So 90 degrees in this knee, 90 degrees in this knee. I think of it as half of a pinwheel. Twist towards your front knee and fold over the leg. You'll go some amount, right? You might not get all the way done, doesn't really matter. You're looking for a boundary. And then you're gonna crawl over to the foot and fold. Over to the knee, over to the foot, over to the knee, over to the foot. Find one last spot that's particularly sensational and hang out there for 3 full breaths. Inhale, come on up, and then just flip your legs the other way. 90 degrees in the knee, even 90 degrees in the ankle. Fold, so twist a little so that you're aiming for the knee, and then fold. Walk over to the foot, towards the foot, and then over to the knee. The nice thing about poses like these is you really don't have to have a yoga practice in order to feel comfortable in these sort of very user-friendly stretches, right? So you're just looking for where the boundary for you lies. If this is bothersome to your knees, then bend your knees more and maybe even point your feet. Last one, look for a little bit of a more sensational spot and stop there for 3 full breaths. Come on up. Have a seat with your legs extended straight out in front of you. Now, if your hamstrings are a bit tight, your low back is a bit bound up, then bend your knees a little bit so that you can lift up and out of your pelvic girdle, right? So we're gonna grab onto wherever we can reach comfortably. So that might be the shins, might be the ankle, might be the feet, doesn't really matter. Grab on with your hands, both of them. And then this is kind of like hamstring and shoulders at the same time. So as you inhale, arch your spine, and as you exhale, round it. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Now, if you're not feeling it in your hamstrings yet, you might take your heels a little bit further away from you so that you've got some sensation happening in the backs of the legs. Inhale, exhale. Take your feet as far away from you as you need to in order to feel this entire back plane of your body getting some action. Good. Last one. And release. One more time. Have a seat. Let's go lateral stretching. So again, with a blanket or a pillow underneath your hips, if you need a bit of support under you. You can, of course, do this just sitting in a chair. Inhale, arms up, and then you're going to lean over to the left, fingertips to the ground. If you're using a chair, you're holding on to the chair seat. And stretch. Make sure that that other hip is grounded and you're feeling a nice long line of energy and flooding your body with breath. Full, big breaths. Inhale, come up, and exhale to the other side. And that space that you're making, fill that space with your breath. Inhale, one more. And then we're twisting. If you're sitting in a chair, you're holding the chair back with your back hand and the knee with your front hand. If you're on the ground, you've got the ground with your back fingertips. Inhale back and exhale. Inhale, center. Flexing your left wrist along the side of your body. Take hold of your ear or just the side of your head. And then a little, not too much pressure, just the weight of your arm gently pulling on your neck muscles. And you can flex your wrist back here for a little bit more. Come up and second side. come up. Roll around in your ankle, wrists, both directions. Open up through your fingers. Interlace your fingers behind you. Broaden your chest. Take a big breath and then release. Do that again. A full big breath in and exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you feel like you're back in your heart. Thanks for what you're doing.